welcome to the Polished Playbook podcast. We are live in Rally House, Empowering Life.
Let's go.
So if you haven't watched us before, this is the show where sports, culture, fashion, and real life all run the same offense. I am Keena, a.k.a. Nails and Novels, and this is...
DJ Diamond Diva in the building, also known as Sharon. That's my birth name.
And every week we break down the headlines, the mess, the magic, the moments that make sports feel personal. From women's hoops, men's hoops, to the NFL, to whatever chaos the timeline is serving, plus a whole lot of hometown love to our KC teams. We're here to talk about all of this with intention, a little humor, and a whole lot of love for the game. So, how was your week, girl?
It was good. So we've been here all week.
We have.
Last week.
Yeah.
Been covering the NCAA Big 12 tournaments.
Yeah.
The only thing that could have made it better is if Mama Zoo Tigers was still in the Big 12. But, you know, they had to go on and do their thing.
Sometimes
Shout out to all the Mizzou Tiger fans.
Growth. It's okay.
Yeah, and that's fine. But it's a lot of good teams. It's been a lot of really good games.
A lot of
So
them.
I've been excited about that.
Yeah.
And just trying to maintain, girl. Busy. Working, striving. Trying hard to make it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, last week was a lot of
It was a
fun.
lot
It
of
was a lot of
fun,
fun. I was glad we were able to experience that, especially experience it together. So
Yes, and shout out to West Virginia.
shout out to them girls from
The
West
women's,
Virginia.
Yes.
Yeah.
For winning the championship last week. So
We'll see who wins this week.
I know.
All right. So let's go into our weekly rundown.
All right, let's get it. So I know we are in Big 12 tourney season, but we're in Kansas City, and I would be not doing justice if I didn't talk about my Chiefs, okay? We got to do it because free agency frenzy is live, and there has been so many moving parts, and we got to get into it. I'm going to start off with our headline move.
Yes.
Mr. Kenneth Walker III. If I had my
Amen.
air horn, I would drop it. Super Bowl champ Kenneth Walker III is officially a Kansas City Chief. You know, he touched down. You've probably seen all the videos, him getting off the plane. This man signed a 3-year deal that is worth $43 million with $28.7 guaranteed.
Wow.
I'll take that.
I'll take
Sounds
half
like good payday
of
to
it.
me. And this move is immediately, like, this is going to change our backfield because if you all know, the Chiefs did not have their best season last year, and a lot of that was in part to a lack of the run game.
Yeah.
And so with Kenneth Walker here, that is going to free up my boy Pat to make a little magic.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. You know, we have to see how it all plays out, but he is proven, as I mentioned, a Super Bowl champ, and he's coming off of a monster season, literally. In the Super Bowl, he had 161 yards.
Yeah. He was MVP.
Over 100 yards rushing. Mind you, the Chiefs have not had a 1,000-yard rusher for the season in, I don't even know.
What year is
Was
it?
I alive? I'm just joking. Shout out to my Chiefs. Y'all know I joke with y'all a lot. But, yes, this is what makes this very exciting. He has huge speed, Keena.
Yeah.
We just came off the combine, and we talk about how fast these players run. This man has a 4.38 speed. He's got elite vision, which is important because we don't want you running into the back of people.
Right. I saw
Yeah,
that
we
enough.
need you to see the film. He reminds me, and I've seen a lot of people say it too, but I feel special because I called it when I was watching the Super Bowl. I'm like, he reminds me of Le'Veon Bell. Like
Yeah.
having that patience to be able to wait behind your block and run, which is going to be huge. And then also he's ranked 3rd in the NFL in forced missed tackle rate of over 30%. So, like I said, with the Chiefs signing him, I think this is going to be really good. It's going to add back to the explosiveness that we've missed over the past few seasons. So on top of that, we have some other key additions. So I'm going to bring everybody up to speed because, like I said, there's been a lot of people in and out, unfortunately. The Chiefs have signed safety Alohi Gilman to a 3-year deal, $24.75 million. He's known as a high IQ defensive player, if anybody's not familiar with him. He's a guy who can read offenses well, and he can really stabilize our secondary, which is what we need because we got rid of our
We
secondary.
lost everybody.
We lost them all. And he's also had some big plays. He had a huge 84-yard pick 6 last season. And so he's going to bring some awareness to the locker room and also some playmaking ability. So I'm excited about him. We also picked up someone else who's really interesting, defensive tackle, Kairis Tonga. Okay. Now, he also, once again, came with a 3-year deal, $21 million. And if you watched him play, then you already know what he's about to do. He's 6'4", 335. So he's a big boy.
Big boy.
Big boy. And he's what coaches call a space eater. So
Yeah, I'm sure.
yeah. So what that means, for those that might not be familiar with that, is he takes up blockers and he's going to open lanes for the other defenders. So people like Chris Jones, he's going to really allow him to kind of make more plays than what he does already. So that's going to be awesome. And then also, you already know, the Chiefs like to mix and mingle. So depending on where you at, you can get the ball. You're gonna be doing this one day. You might be running a different defense another day. And so he's one of those type of people. And he's actually been used as a fullback to get some short yardage situations. Nice. So like I said, I can see him being utilized in some creative packages for the Chiefs. So I'm excited about that. Okay. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my boy Killer Trav, because the Chiefs are bringing back some familiar faces. So I was very happy to talk about that. Of course, Travis Kelce is coming back for season number 14.
And we knew that already.
I knew. I felt like the way that we ended last year, that wasn't it.
No, you can't end your career on that. Sorry.
And then with Patrick being hurt, I just feel like they wanted to do better.
Yeah.
And so this year, hopefully, we'll get to see that. He's expected to sign for the 1-year deal worth about $12 million and potentially up to $15 million when you tackle on those incentives. So hopefully he'll get those. And people like to say Travis is old, and I take offense to that.
He's old in football years.
Right. He's dog years old. Right?
Yeah, because I'm older than him. And I'm
football
not
years, yes. But I said leave him open if you want to.
That's true.
And see what happens. Like we talking about
please leave him open.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So leave him open if you want to. So I'm excited about that. Another player that we have returning is wide receiver Tyquan Thornton. He signed a 2-year, $11 million deal after his best career season. And then we also have James Winchester. He's been with the team for a long time, 12 seasons.
Yes, a long time.
So he's staying. He's our long snapper. And then Nico Remigio. Shout out to Nico. We got to meet him at the Whataburger event. Very, very nice gentleman. We get to keep him. He's been tendered. And so that adds another piece of depth to the Chiefs roster. Now, let me get to this really quick. I know that most people are already familiar with it. How could you not be if you're a Chiefs fan? You heard the news. Trent McDuffie, our all-pro cornerback, has been traded to the Rams.
I know, it's sad.
I know, but actually I'm happy for him.
I am.
Because ultimately that's what the players do this for. You come in, you want to shine. Of course, win a championship. I feel like that's super important. Yeah. But you want to make your money. And so he's definitely earned it, and he deserves it. And oddly enough, he didn't want to go either. Remember his statement? He was like he wasn't.
Yeah, but get that money, Trent.
Yeah,
a lot of
got to
money.
get his money. And I know he's got some California roots. So
yeah.
McDuffie, he's entering his 5th year option. He was looking for the extension, and as I mentioned, the Chiefs just weren't able to do it. I know that they wanted to, but the pocketbook ain't that deep. It just isn't. We don't have it. So he went to get his bag, and in return, though, Brett Veach worked that magic. Shout out to Brett Veach, because I'm telling you, through the years,
I know
we have got. I mean, we can just stop with Patrick
We can't
Mahomes.
Question what Veach does.
We can't.
No.
So hopefully he'll have some more magic this year, and he has a lot of picks to make it happen, Keena, because he's got the 29th overall pick in the 2026 draft. Mind you, we're pick number 9.
Yeah.
So we got the 9 and the 29th in the first round. We also have a 5th round, a 6th round, and a 2027 third round. Okay?
Get some young tenderonis in there, I guess, as you can
some
say.
Young So, yes, so while losing McDuffie hurts our secondary, the Chiefs do have a lot of capital to work with in the draft. So I'm very interested, as I mentioned, to see what Brett Veach and company are going to do with that, because there's a lot that we can still do. Yep. Really quickly, I'm going to run through them. There's some other defensive losses, and these are big ones, so I just want to highlight those. Defensive lineman Charles Omenihu. He's going to the Commanders. Shout out to Brian Perkins, my dad. Big time Washington fan since forever. So he gets, and I said at least to get to keep it in the family. Yeah. Okay. Charles Omenihu is going to the Commanders on a 1-year deal worth $7 million. Also, defensive linebacker Leo Chenal is joining the Commanders as well on a 3-year, $24.75 million deal. Safety Brian Cook. Shout out to Brian Cook. He's going 3-year deal, $40 million with the Bengals.
Everybody get your money.
The Bengals.
I know we don't like that, but
I know. But shout out to him. I wish him success, but not the team at large.
Not at all. Not at all.
I'm just saying. And then also cornerback Jalen Watson, as I mentioned, we just cleared house in the secondary. He signed a 3-year deal, $51 million with the Rams as well. So he gets to go and be with Trent McDuffie. So, like I said, there is a lot that has happened. We actually have more picks, and I won't go into all of them. I can share them with you later. But I told you guys we have multiple first-round picks. We have a third-round pick, a fourth round, a fifth round. We received a 169th pick from the Rams, and we also got some compensatory picks. And for those of you that aren't aware with what that is, that's just an extra draft selection that we get, and those are given to NFL teams who's had a significant loss of personnel during the last season. And so it's just an intent to balance out the competition. And so the Chiefs did land a couple of those. Those are added to rounds 3 through 7. So we'll have one of those in the draft as well. And the team can only get 4, just so you know.
Yeah.
Because I saw them I feel like a couple years previous, the Chiefs had got a lot of them. People were like, well, how'd they get all these picks?
How'd you get that?
So, like I said, lots of flexibility. And as I mentioned, I'm just really excited about the draft because we cleaned house. But with the picks, I think we'll be able to get some good people. As I've mentioned, Trent McDuffie came from the draft, okay? Yeah. And became who he was. George Karlaftis, Chris Jones, Pat Mahomes. So all of these people were drafted and became somebody. So I think we're going to have another star this year. Now I'm going to zoom out and give you the big picture because I spent a lot of time about the Chiefs, which I have to, home team. But in the NFL at large, okay, it's been some stuff.
Yeah.
Some stuff. Tua, remember? Tyreek was like, Tua.
Look, we already talked about that. He had to say that.
But he didn't land. He's landed on his feet. And we'll see. Atlanta already has a starting quarterback, but we'll see how that power dynamic shifts. He signed with the Atlanta Falcons. Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes. He has re-signed with the Indianapolis Colts. And we also have Kyler Murray. He was released by the Cardinals, but it sounds like he might be heading to the Vikings. We'll see what is official, but they are strong contenders for him. So, to just sum it all up, what do you think about this? Like all of the changes, are you feeling good about this? Do you think this is a true rebuild, retool, or do you think that we're going to have a real shot back at the championship this year?
I think all of this was done for that shot at the championship this year. Last year, I don't even know what that was. But then we look at the year before, we still weren't the team that we're used to being. So I feel like, doing all of this, we're going to get back to who the Chiefs are. So I'm super excited. I'm very excited.
I hope so, too. I really do. We all know that Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. And so I just want to see him with some more weapons.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, things change and momentum shift, so I don't expect them to play the same every year.
Right.
But I know it's in them to have that explosiveness back. So I'll be excited to see that. So
yeah, it's like we just took a year off.
we did. We gotta make it fair. You know what I'm saying? We can't win every
Somebody
year.
else got to do it. Yeah.
But we back this year. 2026, we back.
We back.
All right, Keenan, so what you got in the NBA?
Let's go to some basketball. So I'm sure everyone knows, if you have a TV, if you have ears, Bam Adebayo scored 83 points the other night. And then a lot of people like to talk about, well, I don't like the way he scored them.
What?
And everything. He shot a lot of free throws, but tell your people not to foul,
Right,
and then you
that
won't
ain't
have
his
that
fault.
problem. But I was excited because, I love Asia Wilson, so,
Yeah,
of course I
that's your
love
girl.
Bam Adebayo. So I was super excited about that. So congratulations to him. Jason Tatum, he returned to the court after almost 10 months after tearing his Achilles. So it was exciting to see him back on the court. I know he could not wait to get there. Deuce, his son, was super stoked to see his daddy back out on the court. So it was beautiful. But somebody that's injured right now that I thought we would see back on the court by now is Steph Curry.
Oh, yes, Steph.
Steph is out for another 10 days. So I'm feeling like his injury is pretty extensive. So we'll just keep an eye on him and see, because I miss Steph out there at the half-court line taking those threes.
GOAT.
So we missed that. And then let's talk about something that we talked about last week.
Oh, yeah.
The flag on the play for last week was Magic City night.
Honey.
So if you didn't know,
What's happening?
Atlanta Hawks were going to do Magic City night because they're going to be playing the Orlando Magic. And people were not happy with that.
Some people, so I will say I saw a lot of positiveness in terms of people saying, I'm getting a hoodie, I'm going, this is dope, this is Atlanta culture, whoop-de-whoop. But somebody important said, hey. And it's a valid point to me.
To me, we talked about it. If you didn't see it, go back and watch what we had to say about it. But I'm fine with it being canceled. Like, I just think children-wise, I don't want to have to explain to, well, my kids are older, but I don't want to have to explain to my nephew what Magic City is. Like, we go there after.
Yeah.
We don't have to go there during the game.
I understand that it's a big part of nightlife in Atlanta. I understand that they have more than the dancing. They got the wings. They got like all of that, and that's all good. Get it how you get it. This isn't a knock to anything like that.
For
but I
sure.
do think that in the NBA, that's not necessarily, there's a lot of things, because one of the main arguments was, well, this is a big staple of Atlanta. This is, and somebody said, and this is how I agree, so that's the best thing we got in Atlanta? Like, that's all you got? Like, and like I said, not knocking that Magic City. Like, Magic City
Right.
is an entity that
Yeah.
has made millions.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But just in terms of officially collaborating with the NBA, and like you said, you think about it's family centered. It's like, yeah, you can cater the food, but to say Magic
them
City night,
wings.
when you say Magic City, I'm thinking the strip club.
Now,
And I
they
don't
were
know
not
that we
going to be
want-
there, but still.
Yes, they were not, and that's a clear distinction
Yeah.
to make. There was not going to be any dancing, but like I said, just the association with it, I can see why people may feel uneasy with it. That's
Yeah.
a personal decision, and when you come to the NBA, it's a family thing.
So the NBA said no.
So they said
it's
no.
not
But it's
happening.
weird that they said yeah, and then they said no. Like, shouldn't we have had these thought processes and
Yes,
meetings
before.
beforehand?
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I
And
think.
they just said no because of the backlash they were receiving. They were still going to do it. If everybody was okay with it, it would have went through perfectly fine.
But you got to stand on team. I just think the conversation and the discussion should have been had beforehand, because they knew that it was
Yeah.
going to be mixed emotion.
Yeah.
It's like you either make a decision and stand on it or don't. But to say we're going to do it, that kind of sucks for the other people that were involved in planning
Yeah.
to make money or whatever.
Yeah,
Now
they were
it's like
ready.
the rug is pulled from under them.
Yeah.
So
Think about things before making decisions.
that part.
Speaking of making decisions, let's go into the WNBA.
Oh yeah.
So for the past 2 days, the WNBA and the WNBPA have been meeting for hours upon end to get this deal done.
Yeah.
There was a March 10th deadline that they were supposed to get whatever signed for the season to go on as planned. So it's the 12th and nothing has been done. So I did see that the NBA, like the WNBA, sent back a proposal. It increased the salary cap and the maximum base salary, which is
Okay.
amazing. But there's still no movement on the revenue sharing, which is what the players
they want.
want. So I guess we'll just still be on WNBA watch
When did
because
you say
nothing
the
has been done.
deadline is?
The deadline was 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So we'll see what happens with the season, if they do get something signed, if they do start the season on the day it's supposed to be, May 8th. So I don't know. We'll see.
Because we were looking forward to that. Looking forward to the Lynx playing at T-Mobile Center right across
Yeah.
the street. And
Next
it's not
month.
happening if they don't get that contract.
Right now it's not happening, but hopefully they get it taken care of so we can be in the building.
But I know you got to get your coin.
Yes.
Get it right.
Yeah. Also in the W, it's USA basketball time. And it started yesterday. The women, I did watch this game, but they defeated Senegal 110-46.
My Lord. What?
Yeah, it was like,
Child.
when you start off in those exhibition games or whatever, it's not usually fair.
I want to Simpsons roll back into the bushes.
It wasn't fair, but
What?
everyone was excited because Miss Caitlin Clark was back. This was her first game in like 200 and something days.
Woo.
So, and she looked good out there. She had 17 points and 12 assists.
Nice.
And then Ryan Howard had 21 points on 6 of 8 shooting and 5 rebounds. So,
Out there balling.
out there hooping.
Welcome back, Caitlin.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
All right.
Splash.
We're going to go into the Big 12 talk.
Yes, let's do it. That's what we're here for. Look.
We are here for the Big 12, so
Houston,
let's talk about the Big
Texas,
12. Yeah, okay. K-State. So the Big 12 has been that conference since the moment that it launched. So if you don't know anything about the Big 12, if you don't know the history about the Big 12, I'm about to give you some tea. Okay, so it was formed in 1996. It was formed with the Big 8 and the Southwestern Conference that made it 12. It's produced national champions,
That's right.
NBA and WNBA stars, and it's one of the most competitive conference tournaments in the country, and that's why a lot of us are here. So there are 7 national titles within the Big 12, 4 by the women,
Hey.
and then 3 by the men. If you want to see a preview of March Madness, this is the tournament to watch. It's a lot of greatness out here. So that is a little bit about the Big 12. Let's go into replay and receipts so we can actually talk about our
Yes,
experience
run
here
it
at the
back,
Big 12
run it
tournament.
back.
So we started off with the ladies last
did.
week. How was your experience being
It was
media?
Great. Okay, so what Keena is referring to, we got the opportunity as our Polish Playbook podcast to kind of cover the games, get an inside look, interview with players, and it's just amazing. Like the intensity that the women have, the passion and the love for the game. Like it just, I don't know, it just takes me back. Like I said, being a Mizzou grad and knowing what rivalries feel like really being, like so much so that I said, and shout out to KU. Much respect to KU. To me, they're one of the best, and I got to give them their flowers. KU basketball is
Yeah.
just a gold standard.
Yeah,
I mean, that
sure.
just is what it is. and we hated them because
Did that
they were
hurt?
good.
Did that hurt to say that?
No, you know what? Because that's one thing about me. I will give you your flowers. Like, we ain't got to be no hater, but it just is what it is. I don't have to wear your clothes, but I'm going to give you your flowers. Now, in football, you don't want to see nothing. Football, Mizzou got you all day.
Yeah.
But in basketball, KU
sure.
was that deal. And so, like I said, just to be able to be on the inside of that, to be able to, see it firsthand, talk to the players and hear their perspective of the courts and things like that. It's just been an amazing experience. And so, like I said, I love it. Just sports in general is my love language. I've said it a million times. Like, I can sit and talk any type of sport with you all day. And so to be able to do that, I had a blast.
Yeah, I did too. It was great. It was just being able to be in like that. It was just so much fun. I felt like the Big 12 staff and the T-Mobile Center staff were elite, top tier. Everyone was super nice. Being able to sit in the room with these players and being able to ask questions or listen to other people ask questions, I just thought it was great.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about this week as well because now we're covering the men.
And it's some good games today, too.
Some good games.
I'm excited about the KU game. I know I talk my stuff, but like I said, that's going to be a good game.
It's going to be hype,
KU and
for
the
sure.
BYU.
Yeah, it's going to be hype. So let's get into some women's highlights from last week. So West Virginia topped TCU in the championship game, 62-53. And our new favorite girl, Jordan Harrison, won Most Outstanding Player. I remember watching her, and I was like, her defense is top tier.
And she's a smaller player, too. She doesn't have the height that most of these players have and still balling.
Yep, and listening to her coach, she's one of those ones that works the hardest. So the all-tournament team for the women was Jordan Harrison, Sydney Shaw, both of West Virginia, Olivia Miles from TCU, Marta Suarez from TCU, and Jordan Spicer from K-State.
Nice.
Shout out to Jordan and Gia for all the love that they've showed us, and congratulations again on your title.
Hey.
And your automatic bid to the big game.
So March Madness is coming up.
Yeah, but as far as local, it was great to see 12 seed K-State make it all the way to the semifinals because I don't think that was something that anybody thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and they also shattered an 18-year-old record by hitting 17 threes in a single game. So
Steph Curry and them went on the court.
Caitlin Clark.
went on the court. 3-point machine. Jeez.
So, everybody is really into the women's games right now. And with that being said, this year marked the largest attendance for the women's tournament, the Big 12 tournament.
That deserves a hand clap.
You can
Give
keep
it up for
clapping.
yourselves. So I'll tell you for showing up. Because that's important. I do.
Yeah.
I understand that there's still differences and things like that. But like I said, the women's games are so interesting because of the passion and stuff that's there. Like, and not saying that the men don't have passion as well. Right. They definitely do. But just, like I said, showing that love and supporting the women who are really out here doing it.
Yeah.
Doing the dang thing.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all came over to the ladies' side.
That was good to see.
It also averaged 853,000 viewers in the championship game, up 12%. So I thought that was really cool. As far as the men highlights so far, AJ DeBonsta got him a 40-piece against K-State.
Where does it look?
I got it on.
Where's all the horns? I need all of my DJ equipment. Boom, boom, boom. All the horns, all the drops. Like, come on, freshman.
40 points. He broke KD's record of 37.
And we know what KD, that's what I'm saying. This dude, he's going to the league. Barring anything, he'll be in the league.
Yeah, and I think his style of play and what people are seeing is exciting. So that's why Patrick Mahomes was in the building yesterday.
Shout out to Patrick Mahomes.
Now we know Andy Reid was in the building because, he went there. But it was just good to see our KC boys in the building and watch
supporting,
him play.
Supporting sports that's in the city. I love it.
Yep. Iowa State topped Arizona State by 49 points. That was the largest margin of victory in Big 12 tournament history.
Eek. We all have bad days.
We do.
So they've had better days.
They've had.
You got to rebound. You got to rally. They'll be back next year.
I was about to say they won't be back this year, but they'll be back next year.
They'll be back next year.
Yeah.
Everybody players mess up too.
Yeah, and we're gearing up to head inside to the games to watch KU make their 2026 tournament debut. So I'm
That'll
excited
be
about
exciting.
that. And we get to
Yeah.
watch, they're playing TCU, and we get to watch Houston and BYU face off as well.
Oh, I know. We'll see. These are both really good teams. So that's what I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. I was like in my grand opening, grand closing of my Houston jacket.
Maybe. We'll see.
we going to see.
We'll see. When we've heard a lot of talk about the floor.
Yes.
The floor. People either hate it, love it, or are just like, oh, it's okay.
Yes, if you guys have been watching at home, if you've been at T-Mobile Stadium, you guys know that there's a new glass LED type flooring, and it looks really, really dope. Like, I like it.
It does look good.
Because I like visual stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, ooh. So I think it looks good. There's been mixed reviews from the players. Some have said they haven't noticed it. It's been just fine. Others have said it's slippery. They don't like it. One of the players was saying that they had a migraine from it. And so, and they don't want to use it again. They don't think it should be brought back next year.
I did see a lot of slipping on the women's side and the men's side. So I do get that. And I think that was one of the main complaints. It's just too slippery.
Yeah.
But I like the floor. It's good to look
From a
at.
fan perspective.
I'm not out there hooping, so
Yeah.
that's fine. So we are going to move on to the 30-second timeout.
Okay, so since we are live at Rally House in conjunction with Starter, like I said, pick up your gear. If you are out and about, make sure you stop in because this collection is limited edition, meaning it's not going to be here.
It's not.
When it's gone, okay? So you want to make sure that you get your merchandise here. But for the sake of being on site, we're going to have someone from the audience come and join us.
Yeah.
So what this is just a this or that segment, and they're going to be easy questions, so. Don't be afraid.
Usually we ask each other the questions, but since we're on location live, we're
let's
going
get
to
a little
have somebody
interactive here.
special come in here and answer these questions. Come on over, Mike.
Hey.
Hello. This is Mike with
Hola.
Trends of Culture, and he's going to be doing our 30-second timeout. So she's going to ask you this or that questions.
No overthinking.
No,
like
but just
me.
answer it.
Okay. I usually always
Now, what I do with her, because she loves to explain her answers during the 30 seconds,
I do.
if you want to explain any answers after,
Yes.
Okay.
you have that freedom to do so.
And it won't be tough. This is just going to be a Big 12 edition, though.
Yeah,
That's
it's
that's
all
what
right.
we're here for. We're going to get the
Let's
people
do
some
it.
Big 12, okay? So, Keena, whenever you got the shot clock, I said the shot clock. I'm still in basketball. Whenever you have the stopwatch, the time clock.
It's fine. You ready?
We ready?
Ready.
Okay.
All right,
go.
let's do it. Kansas Jayhawks or Kansas State Wildcats?
Oh, Jayhawks.
Defense wins championships or lights out three-point shooting?
Ooh, lights out right now. I think. So.
Last second buzzer beater or an overtime thriller?
Ooh, last second buzzer beater.
Okay. A fast break dunk or a deep step back three?
Luka step back
That's
three.
what I'm-
Hey, courtside seats or the sweet life?
Woo. Courtside.
All right. And
Okay.
it's time.
Oh.
Is there any of them you wanted to
This
explain
is-
your answer for?
Well, courtside because I still can get the food that I can get in the suite.
That was what I said.
No.
That's what I think in basketball, courtside is just, that's where
Trip
you
'em.
want to be.
What Jay
Not
say?
trip them.
Oh, my bad.
They're going to
Look, cut
escort
that
you
out.
on out of there.
Yeah, sorry.
He didn't mean that. He
I
didn't mean that,
didn't
guys.
mean
Well, Mike, we really appreciate you
Thank you
stopping
for
in and
having me.
answering
do
our
you wanna
questions.
share anything with the people?
Oh,
While you're
no.
here?
I mean, it's an interesting Big 12 going on. So,
Yeah.
Kansas and Arizona, I see happening.
Who you
You
got?
see that happening in the championship?
Who you
uh-huh.
got?
Oh, somebody wearing white, blue, and red. Yeah.
I get it.
Wow.
One question I didn't get to ask.
But you
and I
want
feel
to
like
ask.
this is a good one.
Okay.
Would you prefer to watch the game from home or be inside T-Mobile Center for the tournament atmosphere? Watch
I'll
them from
take
home
being
or
at the game.
The game, all right. So
Yeah.
we're going to see you at the
I'll
T-Mobile
go game.
Center.
Yes, T-Mobile Center.
Okay.
With that nice floor.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Mike,
Thank
for
you for
joining us.
having
We
me.
appreciate you for coming on and
Thank you.
being
Thank
our
you.
guest for today.
Thanks.
Thank you. Now we're going to go on to the flag on the play.
Hey, okay. So the flag on the play. I kind of already discussed some of the free agency moves,
Yeah.
some of the big names, and I didn't mention this one in particular, right?
'Cause we were saving
it
this.
for a time such as this. Maxx Crosby, one of the best defensive edge players out there. I mean, He's with the Raiders. I hate to admit it because we know Chiefs fans, we don't like the Raiders.
No.
But you got to give people their flowers,
Yeah.
okay? We thought that he was being traded to the Ravens. We was getting him out of the division. Joey Burrow and them got to deal with you.
Yeah, they were not happy.
Us. We see you once a year maybe. But they reneged on their deal.
They
took it back. They wrote it back, honey. So this is what happened. Initially, Maxx Crosby was set to be traded to the Raiders, or from the Raiders to the Ravens, in what was going to be one of the biggest defensive moves of free agency. Then the plot twist came. The Ravens suddenly backed out of the deal, claiming that Crosby had failed his physical because of his meniscus injury. Now listen, everyone already knew that he had previously been injured. He was still recovering from that. And so this is where it gets interesting because, as I mentioned, his injury wasn't a secret.
Right.
He's played through that injury while recovering last season. The Ravens knew what they were getting into.
Yeah.
So to me, and what people around the league feel like, it's like, well, what's going on? Did
Like,
you
what's the real
have cold
reason?
feet? Like,
What
do
was the
you
reason?
feel like you didn't want to give up all them draft picks? Something happened because how did he fail the physical? Because if you remember when the Raiders, it seemed like they were a little salty. They said, this is all we're going to say at this time. But then later they said how Maxx Crosby looks good. He's on track. So
Somebody's lying.
Somebody's jibbing.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
Somebody's lying. What was the real
deal?
reason?
And that's unprecedented. Typically, like we know that the deals aren't settled until the end of the period, but people don't go backing out because that's a whole ripple effect.
Yeah.
Once Maxx Crosby was off the board, teams like Dallas who were interested in getting him, they had to pivot and pick other people.
Right.
So essentially, you've kind of hurt Maxx Crosby's chances now because now he's back out, and teams that would have gotten him have already spent money elsewhere. And then conversely, the Raiders. We thought, never
Never
let me
us.
get that
Sorry.
clear. Not we. But I'm just saying, if I were a Raider, I would be saying, like, we thought that we had him gone. We were getting these picks. We've drafted around that. We were thinking, making moves. Now it's like he's back in the building. Now, mind you, the Raiders were not upset about him staying because they didn't want to trade him initially.
Right.
Like Maxx Crosby, who wants to get rid of Maxx
Right.
Crosby? However, like I
do.
said, they've made moves thinking that he was gone.
Yeah.
So they pretty much just shook the table. The Ravens shook the table. And Lamar Jackson wasn't even too happy about that. It's like,
No.
so like I said, this was unprecedented. To me, I feel like Baltimore just had cold feet. They thought about it and said, maybe we're giving up too much. We're going to go ahead and get Trey Hendrickson for a little bit less.
A little on the low, yeah.
So that's what they did. They said, nope. Maxx Crosby got on his plane back to Vegas. And now Vegas is on the hook for a $79 million cap hit for 2026.
Ooh.
$35 million that they got to,
Oh, wow.
They back on the hook. So, as I mentioned, there were other people that were in contention. Before the trade fell apart, the Raiders had already been on a spending spree.
Yeah.
They committed $281 million to 7 new players, including center Tyler Lindenbaum and also Kwity Paye. He's another edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I mentioned, they're going to have to figure that out. I'm sorry.
It has nothing to do with us.
I can't. Yeah, we still moving and shaking
Yeah.
over here in Kansas City.
We're making
But-
the right moves, not the wrong
Right, but like I said, to the Raiders' defense, that wasn't their fault. That's the Ravens. What's going on with the Ravens, honey? I don't know.
I don't know.
So there is that. We'll just see how it shakes down. But I'm sure there's people that are still potentially interested in Maxx.
Yeah.
But it's
For
looking
sure.
like he might be suiting up with the Raiders.
At this point, just stay where you're at this point.
Yeah.
So we'll see him 2 times a year still.
And we've been doing it. I mean, they got lucky on that Christmas game.
Well, Pat enjoys those moments.
yeah,
with
they're
Maxx,
Maxx
so it's
Crosby and
fine.
Pat. Yeah, they're friends. So it is what it is. But I was like,
I know.
he's gone. I wanted them to
He's
send him
back.
to the NFC though. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know why the Ravens would get or the Raiders would give him to the Ravens. Like this is a team that you're gonna
We
see.
know the Raiders are
in
a
the
very
playoffs. Why would you
unserious
do that? Send him to the NFC.
Yeah.
I'll see you in the Super Bowl maybe.
No, you won't.
But no, that's the thought process.
I know,
Like,
but I'm saying they won't.
they won't. You're right. Sorry, Raiders fans. We love you. Ish.
Okay. Let's move on to this segment that we're only doing for the month of March. It's Women's History Month. So, Sharon, what woman are we giving her flowers to this week?
All right. So in the spirit of Women's History Month, Kina, we want to take a moment to spotlight. This is a black female athlete who has made major history over the past year. Her name is Layla Edwards. Now, at just 22 years old, Edwards is already changing the landscape of a sport that historically has not had much diversity, and that is ice hockey, okay? Earlier this year, in February, she made history by becoming the first black woman to play for the United States women's national ice hockey team in the Winter Olympics. And she didn't just show up, she made an immediate impact.
Yeah.
She scored the first ever Olympic gold by a black woman for Team USA, and she also helped lead the team to a gold medal victory over Canada in a dramatic overtime win. So what makes her story even more powerful, though, is what she's doing off the ice. She's been really vocal about representation and also being a role model that she never had growing up. She's talked about how important this is to her, and for young girls in general, particularly black women, black girls, to see someone like them that's succeeding in that space. As I mentioned, a space in a sport that historically has not been as accessible for black women as it is and now can be as a result of Layla Edwards. So one of the quotes that really stood out to me was when she said, quote, "I'm glad that I'm able to be that someone for another little black girl out there." And so she's been backing that up with action. She's mentoring the youth, advocating for access to hockey, and then also challenging the idea that certain sports aren't meant for certain communities. So shout out to my girl Layla. And also, of course, we got to tie it on into the Chiefs, right? Because we know Travis Kelce, he is a Cleveland native, and so is she. So her
Cleveland
story
Heights.
has resonated with many people in that community. The hometown of Cleveland has rallied behind her. So as I mentioned, stars like Travis Kelce, Jason Kelce, they've helped support a fundraiser that raised over $60,000 so that her family was able to travel to see her
And that was
compete
so
in the
cute.
Olympics. So so shout out to her. Once again, just during Women's History Month, we want to give flowers to the women who are out there doing it big. We see you, we support you, and keep it going, okay?
And we need a
Because-
jersey.
Yes, I love hockey jerseys. Oh, those are so cute.
I want a Layla Edwards USA
That would be
jersey
cute.
real bad.
If y'all hear, whoever the powers that be, find us, the Polished Playbook. We'd be more than happy.
Yes.
But shout out to Layla.
So speaking of fashion, since we were just talking about it, we are here at the Big 12 tournament. We are here with Starter, and we are
Hey.
at Rally House, and they have this limited Big 12
Limited
collection
edition.
that y'all need to be seeing. So let's
You
show
do
it
need
off.
to see it. So typically, as Kenny mentioned, we show you the tunnel fits of the players, and we tell you, do we like it? Do we not like it so much? And so Starter has their new collegiate collection here in the NCAA Big 12, and this is limited. As we mentioned, once what they have here is gone, it's gone. So you want to get in here and rep your city, rep your school. And so they have a lots of different things right here. This is a pullover, the Iowa State. They have them in all the different teams. So if you're not an Iowa State fan, don't fret because they got you. Keena, what you got? You got the West
I
Virginia.
got the West Virginia one.
pullover.
Shout out to the women winning.
Hey, they have the jerseys. As you can see here, I'm wearing a Houston jacket. They will be taking the court today. And nothing gets better. I mean, Starter is classic, okay?
Yep.
Classic. I remember, well, this is NBA, the Orlando Magic.
The pullover jacket.
Magic say yes. I had one. That was okay. Sorry, I'm an '80s baby. I told y'all. So
Yes, we are.
So shout out to Starter. Shout out to Rally House. Like I said, make sure this is the place to be to get all of your Big 12 gear. Okay, this is where you need to be. So I actually like all of these. Between these, Keena, which do you like in terms of style? Are you more of the
I love the
pullover
jacket.
girl jersey?
I like the jacket.
I know.
You
I'm a
can't go
jacket
wrong
gal.
with a jacket. You just can't.
You can't. Now jersey, I do like a good jersey.
And these jerseys they're very cool. Like
Yeah.
I love the designs on all of the jerseys.
But I would say I love a jacket moment. Jackets are my fave. Look, Keena, y'all, I've been working with Keena for some time, so I can pick up on the smoke signal.
She can. So we are going to go into our final segment just to close everything out. This is called the Closing Huddle. So some things happening this week. Of course, we talked about it. The Big 12 semifinals are Friday, and the championship is on Saturday.
go.
So with that, Selection Sunday will be happening on Sunday. So we'll see who gets in the big dance and who does not.
Yes, that'll be exciting.
Switching to the women, the World Cup qualifying tournament, they have games Saturday versus Italy, Sunday versus New Zealand, and Tuesday versus Spain. Some big NBA games coming up this weekend. We got the Nuggets versus my Lakers on Saturday, and the Timberwolves versus the Thunder on Sunday.
Nice. And then, Keena, I did want to add in the World Baseball Classic. So
We made it,
USA,
y'all.
Yes, we advanced to the quarterfinals. And we're going to play Canada this Friday, March 13th at 8 p.m. EST. And despite that loss to Italy, we still got in.
And why did
So-
we get in? Thanks to our boy Vinny with the Royals
Pass
got us
squash.
in there. Yep.
Shout out to Bobby Witt too. Bobby Witt is a baller. I'm telling you.
Yes.
KC, we got some good talent
We
in Kansas
do.
City. I'm telling you. But yes, so it's gonna switch to single elimination knockout rounds starting on Friday.
All right.
Okay.
And what's the song of the week?
So, song of the week, for those of you that are just now joining us, I am a DJ Diamond Diva, so I have to put on my DJ hat for a bit. We always like to end with a song of the week that kind of just speaks to us and the situation. And so for me, this one is just fitting, right? We are here for the Big 12 tournament, and we know DJ Khaled is going to be performing live here at the KCP&L District in the KC Live block on Saturday after the championship. And so I figured, we talking basketball, we talking teams, we talking all of that. And I know some of you love this song, and some of you like, oh my gosh, I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's just a hit.
All
I do is win by DJ Khaled. Because somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to have the championship.
And that song is going to be played.
And he's going to play it. You better believe he's going to play it. If you've been at any sporting event, especially during the tournament season, we've already heard it.
Yeah.
We've heard it
several
T-Mobile
times.
Center. So this is one of the ultimate hype songs that's going to bring the energy. And like I said, the timing is great. If you're going to be here on Saturday, make sure you check him out because this is actually a free event.
Yes.
And like I said, it's going to take place at the KC Live block that is inside Power and Light District where we are right now. And it's going to be directly after the men's championship game wraps up at T-Mobile Center on Saturday. And this is the first time he's been here. So he's never been to Kansas City to perform. The after party is actually presented by Venmo, and it's a free way for fans to attend, and it's going to be the perfect way to cap off this 2 weeks of excitement that we've been able to experience. And so as you've already seen, if you've had a chance to look around, there's so many activations. Shout out to Phillips66 for putting all this on and being the sponsor for this year's tournament, both men and women's. And if you actually have a Venmo debit card, you will get some exclusive access and perks at the DJ Khaled event. So Venmo,
get your Venmo cards
get
out.
Get them out because you get some perks, okay? So, I mean, that's what we got. In the words of DJ Khaled, we the best.
I'm about to say we the best.
We the best.
So thank you guys for joining us live from Rally House.
Thank you. Once again, my name is DJ Diamond Diva at DJ Diamond Diva on all socials. And my girl, Kina.
I am Nails and Novels.
And we make up the @Polished Playbook Pod. If you want to follow, subscribe on Instagram, YouTube. We are streaming on all social platforms, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Spotify,
everywhere.
Apple, all the things. So however you consume your podcast, we are on there. So make sure you check us out and follow. And until next time, let's go.